We're excited to have the new class of international students joining us, and I'm going to go through some terms for financial aid so you get a little better idea of the terminology. But the most important thing we want everyone to know right now this summer is you don't have to do anything until you get to campus or until you get instructions via mail. So award letter is something you should already be familiar with and have received if you're an international student receiving financial aid from Williams. It includes 3 different components. One is your total cost of attendance that we budget for you as a student attending here for 9 months. Another component is the family contribution, both your parent contribution and your own student contribution that we expect. And finally, the big deal is the actual financial aid, including any grants, possible loans, campus employment, and that is all, it's given in one big number in the award letter, but it's split in half, one semester each. So fall semester and spring semester financial aid. So I mentioned loans in there. Not everyone has a loan. Those that do, it's offered to you. You don't have to take it. You have to take extra steps once you're on campus if you do want the loan. But you don't have to have the loan if you are able to make up for that money either in other ways or working over the summer if you are doing that. Also, for the loan, you don't have to repay anything until after you end your Williams career, 9 months after you graduate. The interest rate is 5%, which is pretty good for loans. Also, if you need a computer while you're here, we allow up to $2,000 loan for a computer, but it is a separate loan process. You have to come to our office and request the computer loan form and fill that out. Travel grant is every international student is allowed or budgeted 1 round trip between Williams and home per academic year, and it can happen anytime. For this summer, you don't have to do anything. The dean's office is going to arrange the travel for you. You'll just have to, pay attention to the communications from them and show up at the airport when you're supposed to catch your flight. And we also have something called vacation grant that is about $225 per semester to help you be able to live while the campus is on break. Vacation grant money is handled a little differently than travel grant because it goes directly to your student account at Williams, and you have to communicate with the bursar's office to access the money. We don't just send you a check automatically. The book grant is a little easier to deal with, and again, you shouldn't buy any books right now. Don't even go shopping online, because once you get to campus, the books will be covered for you as long as you make sure you buy them from the bookstore here. You only buy the books that are required on your syllabus by your professor. That also includes materials if you're taking art or science and need lab materials or art supplies. Those are included as long as they're required. And also save your itemized receipt from the bookstore, because you'll have to swipe your Williams card as if you're using that like a credit card, but that will just help us give you the exact amount of book grant money that you need to cover the books. So campus ID, receipt, wait until you get here to buy them. Health insurance, we provide a health insurance grant for all international students automatically. You won't see it on your first award that you got, but it will come, and then you'll be covered through health insurance that the campus uses. You asked me to define the CSS profile. I hope everybody's already familiar with it. It's the main application to receive financial aid at Williams. You have to fill it out every single year, so it's not over and done with at this point, but around next April, March and April, we'll ask you to do it again. We'll send every single one of you an individual email with your own fee payment code, so you don't have to pay for that on your own. But that also means you have to check your email all the time, but especially around next February, March, to find that fee payment code and use it to fill out the profile again to receive financial aid again. And finally, campus employment. If it's part of your financial aid, you'll receive an email from our student employment manager, Janine Burt, this summer, giving you instructions on how to find a job. It's all done online. You should expect to be paying about $300 a semester of your earnings directly on your term bill, because we budget every student to have some kind of contribution. After you cover your own personal expenses, as we've budgeted for you, there usually is some left over that you have to pay directly to the college. So don't ignore your student term bill.